world just keeps expanding after every quest we do. Completed 2001 and 2002. 22 full years of questing became death enough for me. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman questing through 2003. Welcome back to March 17th, 2003. In a shocking turn of events, we are fishing and cooking. Trout, salmon, and that's it. 78 fishing. That is literally nothing. Amazing. Still working on the feathers. 3,100 to go. 82 cooking. That is sea turtles. Those don't exist yet, and even when they do, it's going to be problematic. But we will get there fairly soon. So we will discuss sea turtles in greater depth later. And now we're over in Alcarid, because that's where we need to be doing things. Once we get through a few more updates and stuff. On March 18th, 2003, some new ways to pay for membership are now available. You can pay by phone in the US and UK, and pay by SMS/text message only in the UK. Make sure to get permission from whoever is paying the phone bill before you do this. I'm sure they would not appreciate random additional charges. And on the topic of charges for things and spending money, don't try to buy or sell accounts or gold. It's not allowed. You will be banned. Jagex had considered selling golden items in an online shop back before deciding to go with membership instead, because at that point the server costs were getting too high to justify, so they had to find some way of monetizing. But they did not do that because it would have been not good for the health of the game, devaluing achievements, clearly not how the game is meant to be played. Yeah. And also, buying accounts just makes a customer support nightmare, trying to figure out who owns the account. And you're always at risk of them taking it back from you. It's not even stealing the account back. They just recover their own account. So, never a good idea. Never a good idea. Jagex is constantly looking out for accounts and gold being sold on places like eBay and shutting down auctions there on the daily and banning everyone that's linked to it. So, in general, stop trying to cheat. What are you doing? On March 21st, 2003, the members info page was updated on the website. Get up-to-date information on all the cool stuff that you can have if you were a member. Just don't try to buy someone else's account or have them claim that they're going to be paying for your membership. Just get it yourself. Just make it work correctly. My goodness. On March 24th, 2003, got some more server optimizations. Make the game run faster and better and all that. Always a good time. And then we get to the actual update here. On April 14th, 2003. We get some more stuff to the south here. But before we worry about that, there's a few other things that were added. Specifically, throwing knives. You can smith some throwing knives, and then you can throw them. But they work in a much different way than they will later. First up, they don't stack. So you have a throwing knife, you throw it, and it's gone. You need to equip another one. Also, once you get into melee range, the throwing knives work as a melee weapon. So you throw a couple of them out and lose them, and then you're in melee range, fighting with another one that you keep on equipping from your inventory. Needless to say, not the most convenient of weapon. But range really is still very underdeveloped. There's just like bows. There's not even any range armor yet. It's a whole thing. The throwing knives, since they work for ranged and melee, have a attack and ranged level requirement to wield them. But then you can also poison the knives, and then they have no level requirements whatsoever. So you can get yourself a poisoned rune throwing knife. It looks like a rune sword as you're equipping it, but it doesn't require any requirements and still has the same stats as the non-poisoned version. So overall, a very strange weapon. And another very strange ranged weapon is spears. They are also thrown, but have very short range. And also, similar to the throwing knives, they don't stack, so you need to constantly equip another one from your inventory. And the poisoned version also has the weird no requirements business. Spears you can only get from monster drops. And then later, these are going to be only melee weapons, which is an interesting change later. I don't think we can get any spears, since they're drops, and all the drops have been obliterated by the mining and smithing rework later. So even if we did, it wouldn't be the same as it would have been, so probably would not use a spear. Perhaps later, once we can make spears. That's an idea. Not likely, though. Also got another god letters. All sorts of interesting pseudo lore in there. At this stage, well, in the future at least, most of that information has been removed from the canon. We get some actual god information much later on. But we'll get there. As for what we're getting up to now, heading south of Alcarid, we reach the Shantae Pass. Looking deserty. We got a few things going on here. We got some guards and Shantae himself. That's probably a bank, but don't worry about that. Not our concern. We can talk to the guards here. Go talk to Shantae. I'm on duty and don't have time to talk to the likes of you. The guard seems quite bad-tempered, probably from having to wear heavy armor in this intense heat. Oh, that's fair. There is Shantae. Hello, Effendi. I am Shantae. I see you are new. Yeah. Please read the billboard posters before going into the desert. It'll give you details on the dangers you can face. There is a heartbroken mother just past the gates and in the desert. Her name is Irina, and she mourns her lost daughter. Such a shame. What is this place? This is Shantae Pass. I guard this area with my men. I'm responsible for keeping this pass open and repaired. My men and I prevent outlaws from getting out of the desert, and we stop the inexperienced from a dry death in the sands. Which would you say you were? I'm definitely an outlaw, prepare to die. Haha, very funny. Guards, arrest him. Shantae's guards seize you and lock you up. That's how we treat troublemakers around here. Now if you pay a fine, I will release you. Otherwise, you'll be deported to a maximum security jail in Port Sarum. Choose. I'll pay. Shantae takes 5 coins and unlocks the door. So yeah, that is a system here. You can threaten them, get locked in jail, and then sent to Port Sarum. It's a whole situation. It's pretty wild. Otherwise, we can also talk to Shantae again. This time, let's say we are not going to be problematic here. I'm a little inexperienced with all the stuff going around over here. Can I recommend that you take at least 1 full water skin into the desert? The sun is very hot, and without water to drink, you may die of thirst. I see you are carrying a knife already on your tool belt. If your water skins are running dry, you can cut the cacti you see to replenish them. And he also has a shop here. Can I see what you have to sell, please? Absolutely, Effendi. Here is the Shantae Pass shop. A few different things in here. But overall, we got what we need. We can get some desert exploration equipment here. Get a full set of deserty robes, a couple water skins. We should probably grab some actual supplies here, like a knife and a hammer. We got feathers. We can buy some more here if we wanted to. We want to kind of do the opposite of that, honestly. We want to get rid of our feathers. We're definitely working on that. We're making progress. Making progress. And now we actually have the knife, so we can refill the water skins. So that'll be perfect. Other than that, we should be good. If we read the danger sign here, the warning signs in front of the huge stone gates say, "The Caridian Desert is a very dangerous place. Beware of high temperatures, sandstorms, quicksand, bandits, slavers, cow fights, monkeys, crocodiles, and acts of vengeful goddesses bent on the total destruction of all life in the desert. No responsibility is taken by Shantae if anything bad should happen to you, under any circumstances whatsoever." Despite this warning, lots of people seem to be passing through the gate. He has no liability here, and that's fine. As he said earlier about Arena out here, that is actually the next quest here. The Tourist Trap. Requirements: 10 fletching, 20 smithing. So we are well and truly above that. And plenty of item requirements. Full desert robes, some water skins, feathers, coins, bronze bar. And the bronze bar is definitely a sore point here. It's mocking me. 0 stock in the shop now. So I needed to go and make my own before I came here. That's why we are fully prepared. Very good. So with that, we're going to get our desert equipment on. That is a achievement there. Equip a full set of desert clothing. While standing in the desert, I mean, the deserty part is over on this side, but sure. That's fine. That's fine. But anyways. Next up, we need to talk about the actual pass here. Originally, we needed to buy a pass to get through the pass from the pass store here. 5 coins for a one-way trip into the desert. That is no longer a thing, so we can't buy them. So we're just going to not worry about that, I guess. If it really is a situation, we can remember to have at least 1 inventory space while walking into the desert. We could try to drop 5 coins, but 5 coins is really not a big deal. And we spent the 5 coins getting out of jail, so this is fine. So let us head out into the desert. The desert is a very dangerous place. Do not enter if you are afraid of dying. Beware of high temperatures, sandstorms, robbers, and slavers. No responsibility is taken by Shantae if anything bad should happen to you in any circumstances whatsoever. Proceed regardless. Alright. And here is Irina. Irina seems to be very upset and cries as you approach her. Ooh, my dear, my only daughter. What's the matter? Oh dear, my daughter, Anna, has gone missing in the desert. I fear that she is lost, or perhaps even worse. When did she go into the desert? She went in there just a few days ago. She said she would be back yesterday, and she's not. What did she go into the desert for? Marina's palm lip trembles a little. She was just traveling. A tourist, you might say. She said she would be safe. And now she could be... Marina cries her heart out in front of you. Is there a reward if I get her back? Well, let's not be that way. I'll look for your daughter. That would be very good of you. You would have the gratitude of a very loving mother. Are you sure you want to take on that responsibility? Okay, Rena, calm down. I'll get your daughter back for you. That would be great. That's really very nice of you. She was wearing a red silk scarf when she left. Are you really sure you want to do this? I mean, go on this quest? If that's how you want to frame it, I suppose. Accept quest. Yes, I'll go on this quest. Oh, thank you. You've made me a very happy mother. I just hope it's not too late. Do you have any other hints on where she may have gone? I did go looking for her myself, and I came across some footprints just a little way south. I'm worried that they lead to the desert mining camp. So here's some footprints. And out into the desert. There's not a huge amount of stuff out here, honestly. There is Ogthanki camels, desert wolves, and the 2 locations for the quest. We'll follow these footprints off into the desert here. Looks like nothing is attacking us, because they're slightly weaker than they used to be. But here is that scarf. Inspect this cactus. Remember that Irina mentioned something about Anna wearing a red scarf before she left for the desert. And now it's here. Very, very close to the desert mining camp. Looking suspicious. They're just gonna waltz right in. The gate needs a key in order to be opened. Of course it does. So we've got mercenaries outside here. We got a mercenary captain and regular mercenaries. We take a drink of water. Don't love that for us. See if we can cut some cactuses here. Get a little bit more water for our efforts. And that's an achievement. Amazing. Oh, beautiful. Love it. If we watch the mercenary captain here, You watch the mercenary captain for some time. He has a large metal key attached to his belt. You notice that he usually gets his men to do his dirty work. Interesting. So, let's talk to the captain. You approach the mercenary captain. You there. How dare you talk to me like that? Explain your business quickly, or my guards will slay you where you stand. Some guards close in around you. Ah. What are you guarding? Effendi. For just 1 second, imagine that it's none of your business. Also imagine having your limbs pulled from your body one at a time. Now, what was the question again? We're off on the wrong foot here. Let's talk to the other mercenaries. Yeah, what do you want? What is this place? It's none of your business. Now get lost. Perhaps 5 gold coins will make it my business. Well, it certainly will help. The guard takes the 5 gold coins. Now then, what did you want to know? What is this place? It's just a mining camp. Prisoners are sent here from Al-Qarid. They serve out their sentence by mining. Most prisoners will end their days here, surrounded by desert. So you could almost say that they got their just deserts. You could say that. There's an awkward pause. But it wouldn't be very funny. When they talk about the silence of the desert, this must be what they mean. Can I take a look around the place? Not really. The captain won't let you in the compound. He's the only one who has the key to the gate. If you talk to him, he'll probably just order us to kill you. Can confirm. Unless... Does the captain order you to kill a lot of people? Just about anyone who talks to him. Unless he has a use for you, he'll likely just order us to kill you. And it's such a horrible job cleaning up the mess afterwards. Not to mention the senseless waste of human life. Huh? Them's your words, not mine. Doesn't sound like you respect your captain much. The guard looks around conspiratorially. Well, to be honest, we think he's not exactly as brave as he makes out. But we have to follow his orders. If someone called him a coward, or managed to trick him into a one-on-one duel, many of us bet that he'd be beaten. And how could I trick him into a one-on-one duel? Like all cowards, he likes to be made to feel important. If anyone insults him outright, he just gets us to do his dirty work. However, if he thinks he's better than you, if you compliment him, he may feel that he can defeat you. And if he initiated a duel, all the men agreed that they wouldn't intervene. We think he'd be slaughtered in double quick time. Can I have a bet on that? Well, if you think you stand a chance, sure. But remember, if he gives us an order, we have to obey. I bet 20 coins that I will win. Great, I'll take that bet. You hand over 20 gold coins. Okay, if you win, you'll get 30 gold back. Anyway, I have to get going. I do have a lot of work to do. The guard walks off. I'm going to get more water. Always a great plan. Let's talk to the captain again. The mercenaries are level 35, and the captain is only level 15. That's not quite the levels they used to be. The captain used to actually be fairly stronger. But either way, we approach the mercenary captain. Wow, a real captain! Be off, Effendi. You are not wanted around here. I'd love to work for a tough guy like you. Oh yes? What can you do? Can't I do something for a strong captain like you? Captain ponders a moment, then looks at you critically. You could bring me the head of Al-Zaba Basim. He's the leader of the notorious desert bandits. They plague us daily. You should find them west of here. You should have no problem in finishing them all off. Do this for me, and maybe I will consider helping you. Sorry, sir. I don't think I can do that. Well, yes. I did consider that you might not be right for the job. Be off with you, then, before I turn my men loose on you. It's a funny captain who can't fight his own battles. The men around you fall silent, and the captain silently fumes. All eyes turn to the captain. Very well. If you're challenging me, let's get on with it. The guards gather around to watch the fight. I take a sip of water, and almost kill him in one hit. The mercenary captain drops a metal key on the floor. You quickly grab the key and add it to your tool belt. Or inventory. Not yet. Not the tool belt yet. Inventory. So let's get our rewards there. Hey, I've come to collect my bet. Well, I guess congratulations are in order. Thanks. And we'll only charge the paltry sum of... The guards start to do some mental calculations. He sees his brow furrow as he starts to sweat profusely. 20 gold for cleaning up the mess. You have won 10 gold pieces. Well done. Guards walk off, chuckling to themselves. So, we ended up losing money on that bet. That's fine. And now the part that is not fine. If we go through here, we're going to have problems. There's a whole system in the camp where you cannot have anything else equipped. So we're going to take off our equipment. But that's an inventory set base issue. We're going to drop the bronze arrows. And that should be good. So now, we can open the gate. Guards search you thoroughly as you go through the gates. And we were fine. We're fine. Wielding nothing but the desert robes. Doing good. Doing good. In here, we find some slaves. They said it was a prison camp. Doesn't seem to be quite the story that we're getting here. So that's highly suspect. I don't want to be a miner anyway. They're tired in the desert sun. Hey, leave me alone. Can't you see I'm busy? Hey, interesting. You're no slave. What are you doing in here? Just saw me. You're roughed up by the guards and manhandled into a cell. Rude. So the guards noticed that we weren't in the slave robes. So we're going to have to deal with that. Put us in jail, but we immediately break free by just ripping the bars off here. And we are back out. Originally, this also included having to scale some walls, ending up all the way outside. But now we're kept in here. And that's okay. They didn't take our key, so we got that going for us at least. Now we really need to get a proper disguise going. Talk to this male slave again. You look like a new recruit. How long have you been here? I've just arrived. Yeah, it looks like it as well. It's a shame that I won't be around long enough to get to know you. I'm making a break for it today. I have a plan to get out of here. It's amazing in its sophistication. Where are those big metal gates in the corner of the compound? Right over there. They lead to an underground mine, but you don't want to go down there. I've only seen slaves and guards go down there. I never see the slaves come back up. At least up here, you have a nice view and a bit of sun. The slave smiles at you and goes back to his work. So there's an underground mine, too. Interesting. Speaking of the mines, this is actually a mine. We got iron, coal, copper, tin. And that is the ores that were here before. Needless to say, it's not a good mine by any means. Being all the way out here in the desert, needing to have the desert robes and the key and all that shenanigans. But it is a mine. It really is. Back talking to male slave here. Let's talk about his escape plan. Oh, that sounds interesting. Yes, it is actually. I have all the details figured out, except for one. What's that then? The slave rattles the chains on his arms loudly. These bracelets. I can't seem to get them off. If I could get them off, I'd be able to climb my way out of here. I can try to undo them for you. Really? That would be great. Slave looks at you strangely. Hang on a minute. I suppose you want something for this, don't you? Last time I did a trade in this place, I nearly lost the shirt from my back. Funny you should say that, actually. Slave look at you blankly. Yeah, go on. If I can get the chains off, you have to give me something, okay? Sure, what do you want? I want your clothes. Blimey. I can dress like a slave and gain access to the mine area to scout it out. You are either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. But what would I wear if you take my clothes? Give me some nice desert clothes and I'll think about it. Still want to try to undo the locks for me? Yeah, okay, let's give it a go. Great. Use some nearby bits of wood and wire to try and pick the lock. You hear a satisfying click as you tumble the lock mechanism. Great, you did it. Do you want to trade clothes now? Yes, I'll trade. Great. You have the desert clothes. The slave starts undressing right in front of you. Okay, here's the clothes. I won't need them anymore. Slave gives you his dirty, flea-infested robe. Slave gives you his muddy, sweat-soaked shirt. And Slave gives you a smelly pair of decomposing boots. Right, I'm off. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to you too. And now we are looking the part. Looking very snazzy. Oh, he's just going. He's escaping. He's making a break for it. Blimey. Rich in experience, poor in wealth. Indeed. Okay. So now we have access to the underground. So let's get in here. The huge doors open to a dark, dank, and smelly tunnel. The associated smells of 100 sweaty miners greets your nostrils, and your ears ring with the clang, clang, clang as metal hit rocks. Can't think straight, I'm so tired. I'm so tired I can sleep standing up. Ah, my arms. And generally they're not having a good time, as you might expect. They got rocks, rocks, rocks and rocks. Lots of rocks. Here's we have some punishment rocks. It's a whole thing. So we need to get looking around the mines here. Hey you, move away from there. What? Yeah, what do you want? I'd like to mine in a different area. Oh, you want to work in another area of the mine, eh? The guard seems pleased with his rhetorical question. Well, I can understand that. A change is as good as a rest, they say. Yes, sir. You're quite right, sir. Of course I'm right. And what goes around comes around, as they say. It's been absolutely ages since I've had anything different to eat. What I wouldn't give for some whole, fresh, ripe, and juicy pineapple for a change. And those tenties have the best pineapple in this entire area. The guard winks at you. I'm sure you get my meaning. What are the tenties? Well, you don't come from around here, do you? The tenties are the nomadic people west of here. They live in tents, so we call them the tenties. They have great pineapples. I'm sure you get my meaning. Yes, sir. We understand each other perfectly. Okay, Good then. And remember, I prefer my pineapples whole, not chopped up with all the juice gone. The guard moves back to his post and winks at you knowingly. So he wants us to go get a pineapple. Definitely a difficult thing to accomplish if we couldn't just bust out of here whenever we wanted to. Which we can. We absolutely can do that. And so we will. We absolutely will do that. So back out of this part of the mine and back up to the surface, where it's very, very bright. See if there's actually a way to get out of here without going to the gate. That's also part of the escape area that used to be here. That doesn't really seem like it. I don't know how we're going to get out of the gate without them seeing us here. The guards definitely would not want us leaving. Well, we can try just heading out. The guards still choose to go through the gates. They're not doing a good job, are they? To the west. Out into more open desert. There's really, really not a lot of stuff out here. Currently, or really ever. But currently there's only the mining camp and this camp over here. So here we are. Let's go talk to Al-Shabim. Hello, Effendi. I am Al-Shabim. Greetings on behalf of the Bedouin nomads. Now, what can I do for you? I'm looking for a pineapple, but let's get some information about what's going on here. What is this place? This is the home of the Bedouin. We're a peaceful tribe of desert dwellers. Some idiots call us Tenties, a childish name born of ignorance. We're renowned for surviving in the harshest desert climate. We also grow the Bedouin ambrosia, a pineapple of such delicious scrumptiousness that it defies description. Take a look around our camp, if you like. What's there to do around here? Well, we are all very busy, most of the time, tending to the pineapples. They are grown in a secret location to stop thieves from raiding our most precious prize. If they're as good as they say they are, that's probably a good plan. And who are you? I am Al-Shabim Effendi. I am leader of the Bedouin peoples. Okay, thanks. Good day. And now what we really came here for. I'm looking for a pineapple. Oh, yes. Well, that is interesting. Our sweet pineapples are renowned throughout the whole of the Carib. And I'll give you one if you do me a favor. Oh, yes? Captain Side at the mining camp is holding some secret information. It is very important to us, and we would like you to get it for us. It gives details of an interesting yet ancient weapon. We would gladly share this information with you. All you have to do is gain access to his private room upstairs. We have a key for the chest that contains this information. Are you interested in our deal? Yes, I'm interested. That's great, Effendi. Here's a copy of the key that should give you access to the chest. Al-Shabim gives you a key. Bring us back the plans inside the chest. They should be sealed. I'll haste to you, Effendi. And it dropped it on the ground. We're just gonna go pick it up. Very good. So now we need to get into the room there with the main guy for the desert mining camp and get his secret plans for something. Very exciting. So we're just going to run back across the desert here. Water is doing fine, so that's good. Open the gate. And they just let us through. These guards that are searching us continue to do just an absolutely terrible job. But that's good for us, at least. Here's a guard inside here. Nobody notices that we escaped from the jail earlier either. Wild stuff. Climb up here. We have a guard, captain side, and the chest that we were talking about. Obviously, we can't just open the chest with him sitting right here. Probably also should not try to take any of his stuff. Generally, not a good idea. There's also this guard here, which is unfortunate. Let's look around a little bit. Got some books. Not very interesting. You know, several books on the subject of sailing. Very slightly hidden away a bit of information there. Books about sailing. We can use this to our advantage. Talk to Captain Sand. Captain looks up from his work as you address him. What are you doing in here? I wanted to have a chat. What's it got to do with you? Prepare to die. All the slaves have broken free. Or fire, fire. Probably shouldn't be messing with him too much. Let's just go with having a chat. You don't belong in here. Get out. You seem to have a lot of books. A lot of books here. Yes, I do. Now please get to the point. So you're interested in sailing? The captain's interest seems to perk up. Well, yes, actually. It's been a passion of mine for some years. I could tell by the cut of your jib. Oh yes? Really? The captain looks flattered. Well, I was quite a catch in my day, you know. The captain starts rambling on about his days as a salty sea dog. He looks quite distracted. Distracted enough for us to steal some secrets? While the captain is distracted, you quickly unlock the chest with the Bedouin's copy of the key. You take out the plans and drop them on the floor, because of course we do. We'll leave the key here. That's fine. Take these technical plans. Inventory space is definitely a whole situation here. The plans look very technical. We can see that this item will require a bronze bar and at least 10 feathers. We've got those in spades. They failed to search us again, even as we're just kind of leaving the slave robes. Did make quite a bit more sense when we needed to actually go over the walls to actually escape. It's a little bit awkward. But that's okay. Back over to the Bedouin camp, where we talk to Al-Shabim again. Hello, Effendi. Aha, I see you have the plans. This is great. However, these plans do indeed look very technical. My people have further need of your skills. If you can help us to manufacture this item, we will share its secret with you. Does this deal interest you, Effendi? Yes, I'm very interested. Great. I can see that you have some feathers, a bar of bronze, and a hammer. Are you still willing to help make the weapon? Yes, I'm kind of curious. Okay, Effendi. You need to follow the plans. You need some special tools for this. There's an anvil in the other tent. You have my permission to use it, but show the plans to the guard. You have the plans and all the items needed. You should be able to complete the item on your own. Please bring me the item when it is finished. Alright. Over to the other tent. Talking to the other guard here. Al-Shabim said I could enter. Here are the plans. Okay, go ahead. walk into the tent and use the experimental anvil. To forge iron, use the metal you would like to work on the anvil. Go with bronze. Do you want to follow the technical plans? Yes, I'd like to try. Hammer, hammer. You'll be experimenting in forging the weapon. You follow the plans carefully, and after some careful work, you finally manage to forge a sharp, pointed dart tip. You study the technical plans even more. You'll need to attach feathers to the tip to complete the weapon. Alright. Try to attach feathers to the bronze dart tip. Following the plans is tricky, but you persevere. Keep on trying. We're trying. Try some more. We persevere. Are we persevering? Feels like we might be persevering. Let's try dropping a lobster. Make some inventory space here. You successfully attach the feathers to the dart tip. There we go. 1 prototype dart. Delightful. A prototype of a dart. Amazing what you can come up with. Hello, Effendi. Wonderful. I see you have made the new weapon. You show Al-Shabeem the prototype dart. This is truly fantastic, Effendi. We'll take the technical plans for the weapon as well. You hand over the technical plans for the weapon. There you go. We are forever grateful for this gift. My advisors have discovered some secrets, which we will share with you. Al-Shabeem's advisors show you some advanced techniques for making the new weapon. Please accept this selection of 6 bronze throwing darts as a token of our appreciation. Receive 6 bronze throwing darts from Al-Shabeem. Dart construction. Congratulations, you can now construct darts. Oh, and here is your pineapple. Receive a tasty looking pineapple from Al-Shabeem. Amazing. Interesting situation, these darts. When you wield the darts, originally, they were completely invisible, making them an interesting sneak attack option. Pretty wild. And they even stack, which is better than we can say for the throwing knives and spears, at least. Not particularly strong as a ranged weapon, but it's something. It's something. So now that we have the pineapple, we just need to head back in here, open the gates, and continue down and down. Back into the mine. And then around this way. Past all the other slaves, slaving away, having a terrible time. Unfortunately, none of their mothers asked us to come find them. So we're only after one person in here, which is kind of a situation, but it's okay. I wonder if this guy, guard here, cares where we got this pineapple. We did it. Don't question it, I guess. If you're gonna have some delicious pineapple, you just go with the flow, I suppose. Hey, I have something for you. Show the tempting pineapple to the guard. Great. Just what I've been looking for. Mmm, delicious. This is so nice. Ah, yes. This is great. So, can I go through now, please? Yes, yes, of course. A deal's a deal. And now, we can go into the next part. Walk into the dark of the cavern, and emerge in a different part of this huge underground complex. My goodness. Got more rocks, a winch bucket, more guards and slaves and all that. Got barrels, barrels and barrels. Search this barrel. This barrel is quite big, but we may be able to carry one Would you like to take one? Yeah, cool. Take the barrel. It's not that heavy, just awkward. Yay. An empty mining barrel. And then we have a minecart. This cart is being unloaded into this section of the mine before being sent back to another section for another load. Yeah, right through that way. So we can't run over there since there's the whole active minecart situation going here. So if we search it, there may be just enough space to squeeze yourself into the cart. Would you like to try? Yes, of course. You jump onto the edge of the cart, but fall off. Ow. Bonk. Try it again. Jump in the cart, and away we go. Kind of like a half cutscene here. Weird. This gets us into the next part of the mine. It's really not a very far minecart here. My goodness. Wild stuff. You appear in a large open room with what looks like lots of miners working away. This is a very rough looking area. The miners look like they're on their last legs. I'm sick of this place. It's like, So in here, shockingly, we have more mines and stuff. Oh, here's the punishment rock area. Rock might contain ore. You have to keep mining to find out. It doesn't. It's just punishment. If you mess up, you go into the punishment room, which is not a good time. Otherwise, we've got mithril and adamant in this area, which are accurate. But there's also nechrite, which shouldn't be here. I think the mithril should be over in this room too. This is the fancy side of the mine that we can't get into yet. Anyways, here is Anna. Finally found her, way at the back of the entire thing, because of course that's where the person we're looking for is. Wouldn't be much of a quest if she was just inside the first area. Hello. Hello there. I don't think I've seen you before. No, I'm new here. I thought so, you know. How do you like the hospitality down here? Not exactly Alcarid town style, is it? Well, I guess I'd better get back to work. Don't want to get into trouble with the guards again. Do you get into trouble with the guards often? No, not really. Because I'm usually working very hard. Come to think of it, I'd better get back to work. Okay, see ya. Goodbye, and good luck. With all the guards paying attention, we need to be decisive. If they overhear us talking about trying to escape or anything, it's straight into the punishment room. And we can't be having that. So instead, we use the barrel on Anna. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Shh, it's for your own good. And I should squeeze Anna into the barrel, despite her many complaints. I don't fit in this barrel! Let me out! And we can drop Anna in a barrel. Drop the barrel on the floor, Anna gets out. No. No, we don't. You stay in the barrel. Gotta go. We are very strong, carrying around an entire Anna in a barrel. We can get some information about how much Anna in the barrel weighs based on our weight here. So if we search the minecart here, just enough space to squeeze in. Would you like? Yes. There's enough space for both you and this barrel in the cart. There was when I came through here. Fine. Use Anna in the barrel on the cart. Carefully place Anna in the barrel and push her to the other side. And she's gone. And we can't even see where she's going from this angle. And here comes a fresh minecart back for us. And we are standing right in the way of it, like absolute geniuses. Now, we can get in the minecart. Yes, of course. You jump and bend your knee on the cart. Bonk. You would think we would do better with our 52 agility, but here we are. And now we ride back through as well. Yeah, presumably this is like shorter here or something. But that wouldn't explain how all these other guys got in here. If everyone in here and all the guards need to all take this minecart in, that'd be pretty awkward. If you're back in the barrel loading room, your slave looks surprised to see you popping out of the cart. I guess that means that people don't normally ride the cart. So, how did everybody get over here? Maybe they didn't mind the cart and ride the cart. That'd be a better idea. Look in the barrels. Look in the barrels. It's full of rocks. Full of rocks. We need to find Anna. Full of rocks. Empty. Barrel here. Full of rocks. Search the barrel. The rocks, there's stones, they're mining. The barrel's full of coal. Okay. Full of sand. See, plenty of barrels, but not the one with Anna in it. Let's go back over here. We're going to specifically search. There's different options here. Search the barrels and find Anna. Let me out. Not yet. So next, we won't be able to get Anna out this way. Got too many guards. We're going to go with the barrel idea. Up the winch. The guard notices the barrel with Anna in it that you are carrying. Hey, that barrel looks heavy. Do you need a hand? Yes, please. The guard comes over and helps you. Takes one end of the barrel. Blimey, this is heavy. Why, you cheeky? The guard looks around in surprise at Anna's outburst. What was that? Oh, it was nothing. I could have sworn I heard something. Yes, you did, you ignoramus. What was that you said? I said you were very gregarious. Creep? All right. How very nice of you to say so. The guard seems flattered. Anyway, let's get this barrel up to the surface. Plenty more work for you to do. The guard places the barrel carefully on the lift platform. Oh, there's no one operating the lift up top. Hope this barrel isn't urgent. You'd better get back to work. That's not good. If Anna's gonna continue having comments while just sitting there on the winch, we should be quick about getting her out of here. Using our rapport with the guard there, we can just freely move between these areas. Why exactly they let us out of this section is a good question too. We just kind of do our own thing out here. And if anybody tried to stop us, we would whip out the dragon longsword. So they've learned their lesson. And the captain is no longer alive to be a nuisance here. Operate the winch. Yeah. You tried to operate the winch. We operate it very well. You see a barrel coming to the surface. Before too long, you haul it onto the side. The barrel seems quite heavy. You hear a muffled sound coming from inside. Get me out of here! It's kind of weird. Everybody commenting about how Anna in the barrel is so heavy, when normally the barrels are full of rocks. How dense is Anna? I mean, she keeps on commenting while we're trying to break her out of this prison camp. Or slave mining camp, so pretty dense, I guess. Let me out of here. I feel sick. My goodness. And even though we've not had any experience with the guards actually searching us trying to leave, I think us bringing an entire barrel out would at least alert them somewhat. So what we need to do is stage a getaway with the minecart driver. Don't trouble me. Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, fairly busy. Nothing in the crate there. There's Anna on the cart. That'll get her out of here somewhat. You place Anna in the barrel, carefully on the cart. This is the last barrel to go on the cart, but the cart driver doesn't seem to be in any rush to get going. And the desert heat will soon get to Anna. Yeah, it's not a great spot up here. So, talk to the driver. The cart driver seems to be fastidiously cleaning his cart. It doesn't look as if he wants to be disturbed. Nice cart. The cart driver looks around at you and tries to weigh you up. He turns to himself and starts checking the wheels. One wagon wheel says to the other, "I'll see you around." The cart driver gives a little smirk. Starts checking the steering on the cart. One good turn deserves another. The cart driver smiles a bit, then turns to you. Are you trying to get me fired? Fired? No. Shot, perhaps. You're funny. The cart driver checks that the guards aren't watching. What are you in for? In for a penny, in for a pound. The cart driver laughs at your pun. Oh, stop it. The cart driver seems much happier now. What can I do for you, anyway? You see, it's like this. Yeah? Prison ride in 10 minutes. Get your cart out of here. The cart driver seems visibly shaken. Oh, right. Yes, okay. The cart driver quickly starts preparing his cart. Can't leave me here. I'll get killed. Right. Okay, you better jump in the cart then. Quickly. This quest is making us a master of conversation manipulation and all that. There's space in the cart for you to get on. Would you like to try? Yes, I'll give it a go. You decide to climb onto the cart. As soon as you get on the cart, it starts to move, and then we are out. Past the gates without being searched, as we had the cart driver in quite the rush to get out of there. And now we have Anna in a barrel. Out of the mining camp. Perfect. So we need to get back to Irina. Wild stuff that we end up doing when we head out to places. I just come back in slave robes like, hey, how's it going? Hey, great, you found Anna. Show Irina the barrel with Anna in it. Hey, great, there's my mom. And here is Anna. Great, thanks for getting me out of that mine. And that barrel wasn't too bad anyway. Pop by again sometime. I'm sure we'll have a barrel of laughs. Oh, I nearly forgot. Here's a key I found in the tunnels. It might be of some use to you. Not sure what it opens. Sorry, but I have to go now. And it gives you a wrought iron key. Hi, Anna. Anna sponsors me and waves. Hey. Thank you very much for returning my daughter to me. I'm really very grateful. I would like to reward you for your bravery and daring. I can offer you increased knowledge in 2 of the following areas: fletching, agility, smithing, and thieving. So this is where we have some options. Our fletching level is already 65, so that's very high. Agility is reasonable to do at just regular training, especially when we're level 52 already. Smithing is pretty awkward for us, and thieving, I think we're getting to a point where we could be okay with. And I think it's at least faster experience than smithing. I think we're just going to go with smithing experience. In the RuneScape Classic calculations, this would give us 7,800 experience each time. Instead, we're getting 4,650. Okay, now choose your second skill. I choose thieving again, smithing again, because you can do that. There you go. Okay, that's all the skills I can teach you. There you go. Quest complete. 2 quest points. 4,650 experience. 2 times in smithing. So, unfortunately, quite a bit less than we would have gotten. We can now make darts, if we really wanted to, and access to the desert mining camp with the mithril and adamantite rocks. And that is what the raw iron keep's for. But don't really need to go back in there. We've got a much more convenient place to mine mithril, and we can't even mine adamant whatsoever yet, so not too worried about that. Also not too worried about all these things here. Let's just drop a bunch of stuff. Don't need any of this. Oh, it's so nice to have more inventory space again. Depending on what we do next, need some supplies, but there you go. That should do it for that. Very good. Yep. Quest complete. And so, we'll be heading off to somewhere much less sandy next time. Goodbye.